Hello and welcome to Thaiger Bites. I'm Jay and it's the return of Tim Newton.
Hi, I'm trying to raise the standard of the program.
That's right, he's all suited up.
You need all the help you can get.
But with all the jazz underneath as well. He's wearing one of his usual crazy shirts inside. They're not as crazy as people think. It's normal here, isn't it?
Yes.
It's crazy wherever you are. You might be in Canada or America or South Africa and be like, oh my God, look at Tim and his crazy shirts. But here it's just a shirt.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of shirts like this that you can buy, as I turn my sound down, anywhere in Thailand. I think it's sort of on the back of Songkran because they always have the crazy shirts out each Songkran, but we're sort of missing the Songkran shirts, so I don't know, we're rocking them all year round.
All right, and welcome to Thaiger Bites. This is where we get to address your comments and feedback from all of our shows on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Thaiger Talk Forum on the website. And people have, again, sent us more videos at Thaiger Bites, bites at thethaiger.com. That is BITES, bites at thethaiger.com. So let's start another video message from Jean-Claude from South Africa talking about something very relevant, Tim.
Hi guys. Lots of confusion regarding the Omicron, the new variant, but the scientists behind it here in South Africa are telling people just mild symptoms, not even hospitalization is required. But there's a lot of noise out there.
Thanks, Jean-Claude. What you're saying is actually right. There has been one doctor who has treated some patients who have been detected with this new Omicron variant. The thing is that at this stage, we're really not sure what the sort of the week or the month or the long term is going to bring for these new patients. So we really need to wait until the WHO and world scientists have a good look at the patients and can come up with something a bit more definitive than one doctor's prognostications, although it is very relevant because at least it's a start and some solid information. But we hope, like hell, that the symptoms are not going to be any worse. But it appears so far that the symptoms are at least different. So yeah, let's wait.
All right, and it's time for Alan R. He's back with another one.
Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Jay, from Wat Putawat Pusing in Calasan province. And this is another spectacular view. And unfortunately, I only got 20 seconds, but there's a famous bridge here going across a massive lake called the Pepsada Bridge. Anyways, beautiful day in amazing Thailand. Thanks for watching. Mike Freerider.
This is the Tim's leaving thing.
Yeah. So he actually sent a message. He was like, "Oh, I was out sailing. Apologies. I made this like a week ago, but I forgot to send it." So I was like, "I know you guys want like relevant questions to the thing." So I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "You don't have to be sorry, man." All right.
Oh dear.
Oh
wow.
dear. There they are, back by popular demand.
Yeah.
From the uproar that was created.
You're hired. You can come and sit over here anytime you like, Alan. Well done.
Right. And our last video is a return, another return. It's a day of returns. It's Mike on his adventures once again.
Sadly, I've been demoted. I'm being kicked off Good Morning Thailand.
And their supporters simply cannot believe what they have seen.
In a couple of words, can you explain what happened?
It's just a cluster fest.
A few minutes later.
So I'm sort of just doing a bit of a swap, basically.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
walking into the news. Mike, don't you have a job? Don't you have anything useful to do? Just touring around the country?
It's a good life.
Yeah.
It's a
good luck
good
to you.
life.
Thank you for bringing us up to date. But
We're saying because we're jealous. We want to join you.
rather than just showing us where you are, maybe ask a question about the place you're at or make a comment about the place you're at that you find interesting rather than just, it's a nice view. But thank you anyway.
All right.
Will I get started or you? Who's first?
You let's go first. You go first.
Because I got the coat on.
That's right.
Sean King says, if the Thai inmates could be educated to treat these visitors with respect. I think he's talking about just Thai people generally. It may help with the tourist situation. Somehow I can't see it. I've witnessed a lot of hostility and a lot more white supremacists than before. What's that all about? Well, Sean, I was about to ask you the same question. Where is all this coming from? White supremacists? If you read the comment sections, you're going to get some pretty weird and wild comments made, but I don't think that we've seen any white supremacists so far, and if we do, we'd probably just block them or ban them anyway.
All right. Let's move on. I've got a comment here from Alan who says, "Hi, Tim and Jay. Love the show. Yes, there are several assisted living facilities around Thailand, including one in Chiang Mai, which regularly won awards in London as the world's best. Fraction of the cost as facilities in the United States with better care." Now, I picked this comment in particular because I think we've spoken about it a couple of times. You asked me once, where would I like to retire? Chiang Mai would be the place to me. So it's great information. Thank you for that, Alan. I will remember this for the future.
I think yesterday I mentioned that there weren't, or was on Good Morning Thailand or something on Friday. I mentioned that I didn't know of many assisted care facilities or aged care facilities in Thailand for foreigners, but quite a few people have contacted us and said there are quite a few places in Phuket and Chiang Mai, so they are there. I assume somewhere in the next few years we'll start to see some more, because if I was going to retire, I'd be coming to Thailand. Pantip57 says, on the upside, only 9 more letters in the Greek alphabet. So they skipped about 10 to get to Omicron. So they seem to be quite capricious in how they select the other names. Omicron perhaps sounds a bit more interesting than Mu or some of the other ones. C or XI was one of them, which, of course, the conspiracists are saying, oh, they avoided that one because the Chinese said so. I don't think that happened. But anyway, 9 more letters in the Greek alphabet to go.
All right. I've got another comment here from Euphoria Chips, who says, "I thought I saw Jay on the streets a few hours ago, walking home while I was driving, but wasn't sure it was him. I wanted to say, hi, Jay. I haven't watched Thaiger Bites today, so wasn't sure what shirt he was wearing. Then I checked immediately if he was wearing the same blue shirt as on the show, and sure enough, it was him. Love the show. Keep it up." Firstly, thank you for the comment, Euphoria. And I just have to say, if you do see me on the streets, as long as you don't want to throw stones at me, you're more than welcome to come say hi, or just randomly shout, "Hi, Jay." And if I hear you, I will definitely wave back. So thank you for being a fan of the show. This comment made my day today.
This is what in the dark shadows of Patpong somewhere, was it?
No. It was in the more like classy area.
Sure.
Yeah.
Billy Lifestyle says, wait till Christmas. Worldwide lockdown's coming. Don't say I didn't tell you. We've noted your comment, Billy, and we'll get back to you if there's worldwide lockdowns at Christmas. Frankly, right. I don't think that's going to happen, but anything could happen.
Anything can happen. Dmitry Katsov says, "Sorry, Jay, for confusing you with my ridiculous question about Thailand's porn industry. Haha. I was just referring to the recent poll that you guys shared the other day on the topic of legalizing porn in the country." Thank you for the comment, Dimitri. I remember it was near the end of the show that you asked me a question. However, the topic was actually legalizing porn production in Thailand. However, currently, yes, porn is illegal in Thailand, as well as the production of porn is illegal. And I think it's going to be a very, 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 very long time, if never, that it's going to be legalized.
But be assured it will still happen.
Oh, yes. Like most things.
Lancashire Lad, this is one of 2 comments about the old railway station in Bangkok, Hua Lamphong. He says, Hua Lamphong station should definitely be kept open. It's convenient and iconic. Will probably be like the Muang Airport, planned for closure, then realise they need to reopen it. And Prime 8 Paint said, Hua Lamphong station is one of my favourite places in Bangkok. Please keep it the same. Well,
is it really one of his favourite places in Bangkok? Feels like a hyperbole.
Maybe he likes trains, and that's okay.
And that's okay.
So the issue about this is, though, this time has sort of moved on. They built that station there 115 years ago, and Bangkok has grown a lot since then and sort of grown to the north. So now they've built this new, I suppose you'd call it, I hate to use the word hub, but a transport hub of Bang Sue. And all the MRTs and the BTS and the buses all sort of flow into this one super transport hub, and that's where the new Bangsu station is. It's much larger, it's much more modern. As far as Hua Lamphong station, I wouldn't like to see it knocked down and a shopping centre go up. Maybe they could build something around it so they retain the building and maybe use part of it as a museum, as a testament to all the great memories of the people arriving and departing from there over the years. I got a funny feeling they might retain the building, but it's sort of in a place probably outside of the main hub of the city 100 years ago, but now it's sort of right in like Chinatown. It's a very busy, touristy, expensive area, so they'll have to do something with it.
You said hub about 4 times there. Well done.
I tried not to say hub.
Also, I was reminded that it's not called a train station, it's called a railway station.
What's the difference?
And I think it's English and American English.
Train, railway station?
Who knows? Either way, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the same things arrive there and depart from there.
Yep.
But not after about 3 weeks. They're stopping the trains going there.
That's right. Okay. I've got another comment here. Was it you last or was it me? That was you.
That was me.
I'll go with Reverse Spectrum, who says, once I left passport on the plane. After 40 people looking for it, I found it and it was in my bag. Those poor staff looked so hard for something I had on me the whole time. Thank you for your comment, which leads us to Sir Tim Newton had left his passport on the plane yesterday after he arrived from Phuket. Please give us some updates. The public wants to know. Firstly, have you found your passport?
Yes.
How hard was it?
Yes.
How many people were searching for it?
So the thing is, I didn't notice that I didn't have it until I arrived back at the office, and I had to get my passport out to check my 90-day reporting. I went, oh, no, and I knew that I'd left it on the plane. So I rang up the airline. I won't mention Vietjet. The contact, you stay on the phone.
Was it automated?
Your call is important to us, so we're not going to answer it. So that just went on for, I think, about an hour and a half. I gave up. I just got in a cab and went to the airport, went to the lost property section on the departure, which is, I think, level 4. I said, I've lost my passport. They said, don't worry, it happens about 100 times a day. And I said, go down to level 2 and they'll be there waiting for you. I got down there and they gave me my passport. They checked that it was the same person. I showed them my work permit. And I got on the airport link and came back to work. It took about an hour, but stupid me, I think I'd put it on the seat and I sat on it. And of course, you just want to get off the plane really quickly. And I was thinking about, I need to get back to Thaiger Bites. I need to get back to Jay as soon as possible. That was on my mind. So actually it was your fault.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I think at this point, if you ever say something nice about Vietjet, that means you have become an ambassador. So people, stay tuned for that.
I mean, the Vietjet are just one of many, many companies that have moved to these call centres that just never answer your call. And they are one of many, many, many.
It actually becomes the airport's problem once the passport is handed over. So after the plane, the staff, they'll leave any lost items or left.
I have to say, at all times, I was fairly sure that somebody would have picked it up and it was found. I wasn't ever worried, but it was very efficient when I got there. Scuba D, one of our favourite trolls, has sent us a message saying, scariant, not variant. Thanks, Scuba D.
What a name. All right. My last comment for today is from Mr. Gakir.
I've got another 5.
Really?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi Girk, who says, you fellas are getting really humorous, like Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Well, that was one of the great comedy duos of the 20th century, and we are 0.000001% of their fine talent.
Yeah.
Lewis and Martin.
Of course.
They were incredible. Ben Smith writes to us saying, damn, Jet is a cool dude. Wish I could get my hair like that, but doesn't stay in that shape. Yeah, I have to say, I've been trying the same, but it just hasn't worked for me. He does have a secret formula, but we can't share it with you unless we kill you.
#wigs.
Our leaders lie says, it's just more theatre for the mass formation psychosis experiment that's ongoing. Enjoy the show. My question when people write this sort of nonsense, I'm sorry our leaders lie, I just think it's just a ridiculous comment, is who is they? Who are these people that are putting on this?
The man.
Yeah. I knowing governments for the 62 years I've been on this planet, I don't think any governments or any particular people could organise themselves out of a wet paper bag, let alone a world conspiracy and pandemic. That's just what I've learned in 62 years. Expatriate says, and in other news, not real news, just my observation on a big possibility, Thailand's borders are open and the rest of the world has closed down and no one is allowed to travel. The mind boggles. At the moment, as far as we know, it's 19 countries have stopped travel from the 8 southern African nations and even Thailand. And as far as countries closing their borders, at the moment I think I only know of 3. That's Israel, Japan and Australia. And in Australia's case, at least, they're only talking about stopping the reopening for another 2 weeks before they review the situation. So I think everybody's just hopefully, carefully and scientifically checking what's happening with this new variant and making decisions as they go with the best knowledge available. They were always saying it was going to take between 7 and 10 days to get a handle on exactly what this virus may mean. So literally the world doesn't know. And if anybody's writing stuff on social media saying that they do know, they're just lying. So just peace out. Let's wait for the scientific information to come through. I'm still going because you've run out. This is my last one. Mr. D. Lama, which I suppose is what the Dalai Lama would write on sign off on a letter.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama.
Mr. D. Lama.
He's definitely watching our show.
And anyway, Mr. D. Lama says, anyone thinking of coming to Pattaya, that would definitely be the Dalai Lama.
Of course.
Forget about it. I've been here for 3 days and I'm off to Phuket tomorrow. It's absolutely die here for any form of nightlife.
We do have good temples in Phuket.
Yeah. I think the point about this is that you couldn't have been watching the Thaiger or any other media in Thailand and thought that Pattaya's nightlife was open. I mean, they've got some real problems down there because they were in a dark red zone. Chonburi was having a bit of a hard go with cases, and they're a bit slower to get to the reopening bandwagon than places like Phuket and Samui, which were sandboxes and they had a lot of vaccination happening, and they're islands, so they're much easier to control rather than a place like Pattaya, which is basically open borders. So yeah, look, sad to hear about your time in Pattaya, and hopefully they'll get the bars and nightclubs open there soon, but at the moment they're still saying January the 16th.
Yes, and that might actually be extended if the
Omicron,
new variant is found, yeah.
So look, watch this space. We are doing our best at the Thaiger to bring you all the latest information. We're keeping a really close look. We've got all the latest information coming in. If anything does happen, we will tell you first.
All right, yep.
Then Jay will tell you second.
That's right.
In his fancy shirt.
Yes, in my fancy shirt.
That's all my comments.
Yep, and that's all my comments done way before you. But yes, thank you to all the viewers for watching the show. Thank you for enjoying the show. And always, you can leave your feedback and comments in videos, in comments under our shows on Facebook, on Instagram, as well as the Thaiger Talk forum on the website. And we'll get back to you on tomorrow's episode.
And be assured there'll be comments about my jacket. I just know it.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.